realize who the best dancer and worst dancer on the team is. What would be your input on that?
Well, I don't follow them when they go out, but based on our videos, it's Roman is the best and Jordan's the worst. Based on our videos. Chad's pretty good too, though. Two big guys are pretty good. Chad's pretty good.
Saw Ozzie came off early. How's his recovery process coming?
Great. He's on the field. I mean, he's on a set program to get him ready for the game, so he'll be limited in the build-up. Next Saturday's the important date.
Do you think Stephen Fry maybe gets lost in the fold a little bit when people talk about the effectiveness of your defense? Obviously, Chad and Roman rightfully get a lot of credit, but it doesn't seem like Stephen maybe gets as much notoriety as some other keepers in the league, despite how solid he's been.
Well, he gets the credit around here, and what I mean by around here is you guys do a good job of following and making sure that Steph is in the news. In the locker room, he gets a lot of credit. In our coaching circles, he gets a lot of credit. So I think there is credit. It might not be as noticeable to the rest of the world, but we all are very appreciative of what he's done for us and how good of a goalkeeper he is.
Is this the start of the business week, so to speak? Like, now here you go, and maybe last week with the time off, there was a little sense of a lot of time between these games.
Definitely. After the day off yesterday, it was a mandatory day off, just to get their head and mind clear. Yes, training was spirited. We got in some good work. So I expect the same for tomorrow.
So when you guys go on the road, I've been talking to some of the guys about their roommate pairings. Is there any roommate pairings that people might not expect?
No, Grant usually takes care of all that. I mean, I look at it just for sheer curiosity, but they have their guys that they like to sleep with and hang around with and stuff like that, so leave that up to them.
For you, though, did one jump off that list originally that you might have not expected personality-wise?
You mean as far as the players and the roommates together? I don't know. I mean, Darwin Jones and Dempsey were tight. Christian and Jordan, they lived together anyway, basically, over at the Morris household. Brad and Chad, they always room together. I mean, there's certain pairs.
Sure.
Brian, as a Seattle guy, do you allow yourself at this point to take pride, satisfaction in what the franchise has accomplished in game at this point, or is that still after the next step, after next weekend is done?
I think it's a continuing journey, continuing path. I mean, I'm very proud of what we've done for the last 7 3/4 years. So it always has the opportunity to get better. Starting with we put ourselves in an opportunity to win an MLS Cup. So yes, I'm proud of that. But hopefully we'll all be around here for a few more years, and we'll just keep building on those opportunities to create the moments, to create the chances to win more MLS Cups.
As someone who's been so intertwined with the Seattle soccer community for as long as you have, does this have the potential to be the biggest Seattle soccer moment?
Maybe. Yeah, I think because of just the story of our year, I think you might have some traction there. But I think, again, there's been some big moments. I mean, winning the Supporter Shield that team was really good in 14. Yeah, it was really good. And again, it's just kind of by era. I mean, the championships we won in 05 and 07 were pretty big for that moment in time. The 95 team was, in their moment in time, good. The Soccer Bowl appearance in 82. So it's all kind of relative to the era that we were playing in, but this one's pretty big.
Coach, does having someone like Nicolas Lodeiro that you play against in practice every day, does that help you prepare for Giovinco at all, considering their stature, their playmaking abilities?
I think so. That's a good point. They're both really, really good. Defenders have to be on their toes. Nico's sharp, quick turns. Giovinco's the same. They're a little different, though. Giovinco's a scorer. Nico's scored his fair share of goals, but he can put in those final passes and stuff like that. But I think they're pretty similar.